viewers out there. You are now tuned in to Master of My Own Fate TV, where the prerogative of this channel is help the respective athlete, whether male or female, become the best version of themselves. Parents and coaches as well. Without further ado, let's get into it. Today I wanted to talk to my audience about what it looks like to be a successful athlete, what it will look like around you, you know, the different things you will acquire, both physical and non-physical, you know, just to give the audience member a schematic of what to expect, you know, to know that the fruits, that the seeds that they planted are bearing fruit, right? One, you will gain a lot of attention. People will begin to pat you on your back. Parents and coaches alike will begin to show you favoritism. And you know, everyone likes the hype. Everyone likes to know that guy. When you really him, you know, those around you and outside of you will confirm it instead of you doing it inside of yourself. And that will begin to do two things. It will either simply boost your ego or inspire you to work even harder and to perform even more efficient, thus gaining more attention and notoriety. Not even just within your team, but county, state, national, you know, is levels to this, it's levels to success. Two, I would say get attention from your county, attention from your state, attention from bloggers, attention from newspapers, attention from news outlets, you know. I've been in many newspapers. If you go back to some of my earlier videos, when I was like 12 or 13 years old, this is when I was playing rec ball still, recreational. I got a chance to go on V103. That was a very highlighting experience in my life. Even though I made it to the NFL, that's one of my greatest achievements because I'm from the A, you feel me? And I got to go down there and rep Central DeKalb Jaguars. That's who I played with when I was younger, right? And we was doing outstanding that year, you know, and I was one of those players that, which will bring me to my next point, that you can simply count on. You know, ever since I was a young bull, I was always able to be counted on, you know. When things got tough, I rose to the occasions. And even though people were bigger than me, you know, it really didn't matter. I had that inward tenacity, that drive to perform against all odds, you know. Didn't really matter who was in front of me, didn't matter what team, didn't matter how old they are. I'll get into this at another time. When I started out, man, I was playing against kids 2 and 3 years older than me and in the hood, you know, so that within itself, you was either gonna get down or lay down, and I refused to lay down, you know, so I rose to that occasion like I rose to any occasion within my career, and I performed. And that led me to notoriety in many forms. Like I said, you can either let that boost your ego and put you in a space where you feel like, oh, I'm at the pinnacle, I don't gotta get better, you know, I don't gotta train, I don't gotta study, I don't gotta take care of my body. Or you can be like, oh, I like how this feels. Ooh, I want more of this. I want more, which is what I did, you know. And this coming from somebody that did get to a certain point, and then I kind of like plateaued until I realized I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. So I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna be insane and do the same thing over and over expecting a different result. Let me change my actions up so I can get what it is I say that I want, right? You know, so some people got the full spectrum of being superior to their peers all the way up until they hit a plateau. And then from there, they don't know how to react no more. They don't know how to respond. They're like, oh, I've never been here before. But I didn't have that path. You know, I count 2 or 3 times where I felt like I hit a plateau and I had to, just like Dragon Ball Z, you know, the Saiyans, you go up against an opponent, you know, they're better than you at the moment, and then you tap into that emotional and psychological foundation, and you refuse to accept it. So what's within you comes to the forefront of your experience, and you respond however you need to respond to overthrow those circumstances. No matter how deep you gotta deep, no matter what you gotta pull out, you got what's within you to overcome any adversity. Part of it's consistency, part of it's tenacity, you know? The other part is focus. You dig? That make that triangle, you know? So offers if you want college, that will let you know that you're rising to the occasion and performing. And then again, I want a lot of y'all to realize a lot of these colleges will lie to you, you know, to tell you what you want to get you there, or just to put your name on paper, you know, and they'll release you closer to the time in which is time to commit, you know. I guess that's called decommit. I don't know. Whatever they do to take away your offer, you know, they'll do it for various reasons. Even if they get someone to accept, you know, who they also want to fill that position. So never put all your eggs in one basket. Never believe, you know, what a recruiting coach is telling you to get you to that organization. Cause they all will feel, they all will exaggerate, they all will tell you the bee's knees, and when you get there, you're like, what the hell happened, you know? But at the same time, you gotta accept whatever your circumstances are, and you know, gotta make lemonade out of lemons, right? Of course, the girls gonna be at you. That's another thing, you know. A lot of, let me choose my words carefully. You know, the men that like women, that is a very fruitful carrot that can be dangled in front of you to help you push further. To be real with you, that was one of my main motivations, other than one in the millions, you know. We sacrifice a lot to get women. We sacrifice our time, our energy, mental health, etc. But if you nice at football and they think you got a shot, you know, to go the distance, even if it's going to college, you ain't gotta try too hard with women. You know, they're gonna come to you. You don't even gotta approach. You ain't gotta go on dates. You know, the woman of your dreams will fall in your lap. You feel me? You won't even be looking for it. They'll be looking for you. 100. And within that is plenty of responsibilities you got to take to protect yourself so you can experience longevity. Because what's the point of getting there and then getting kicked out? You know, that's a extreme waste of time, you know? And it's going to take you through psychological torture just to get to a point where you get to just taste an experience, like just a little taste. You feel me? And then you gotta let it all go because you didn't have the discipline to sustain that experience, right? Which I always be talking about. Can't fake it, man. Taking shortcuts, it don't work. Taking the easy way out, it don't work. Character is built through suffering and going through those things that are extremely hard. Those parts of you in which you access to engage and indulge that, you get to take with you through the rest of your life experiences. But if you take that shortcut, you won't develop that intrinsic character to sustain you throughout the rest of your lives. Not just to take part of this particular experience, because there's a lot of life left to live after sports. Plenty of life to live after sports. And a lot of these values and traits and principles that you gain from participating in sports, let me add as well, the right way, you know, will help you become extremely successful in whatever you do henceforward. Your confidence, as you continue to perform, as you continue to do well, your confidence will rise and allow you to perform even better Similar to when you're doing a new workout. Um, you're going to be tense. Anything new comes with difficulty. You will be tense. In your mind, you won't be as confident. You won't perform as efficient, as quick, as focused. But as you develop the confidence and the actions that you're carrying out, your response time will be faster, your proficiency will be faster. You'll even be able to anticipate the future of what will be needed next as you establish the rhythms that's needed to perform at your highest level. You don't just wake up and be great. It's something that you do time and time again until you master whatever it is that's your current pursuit at the moment. Everyone will begin to watch. Everyone will begin to praise. Everyone will begin to give you accolades, bars. But yeah, man, always remember to have fun with it as well. You can be extremely focused on your goal and miss out on the enjoyment of the journey, because it's really about the journey rather than the destination. And whatever it is that you accomplish, whatever it is that you focus on, once you get there and accomplish that thing, the luster of it will go away. I'm here to tell you, it will go away. Because most of those things we fantasize about, the illusion we fantasize about, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. But I would rather, you work to get there and see yourself than to hear it from someone else, But the pursuit of greatness within organized sports, what you gain from it, you can't really put a price tag on that. The experiences, especially if you're planning to hit pinnacles, man, doors will be open for you that you couldn't even imagine. You will have experiences that you'll get to tell, your friends, your spouse, your kids, shit, God willing, 50 years later, It can be a highlight of your life, but I would hope that you accomplish even greater feats, later on in life. Similar to people who graduate high school and that's their glory story. We want more than that, you feel me? We using everything we learn from sports to help us be so you can be as notorious in society for positive reasons as possible. We want your accomplishments to be highlighted, throughout the nation, the state, your county, your city, you feel me? And then they'll reflect back on your sports and be like, oh, he was this, or she was this and that, And they'll be like, oh, they had this foundation, and they'll equate that to your future successes that had nothing to do with sports. Why is that? Because those virtues, traits, and principles matter. And once you develop them within one set of things, you can carry that throughout the rest of your life. And I really love that. As someone that has taken full advantage of what I've learned through organized sports, not just playing organized sports, but being the greatest version of myself that I could possibly be. It taught me character, taught me the value of hard work, taught me the value of consistency. It taught me the value of not letting your ego consume you. It taught me how to deal with press and newspaper, taught me how to talk properly, how to present myself, how to get along with people from other demographics, realizing that we have more similarities than differences. Yeah, and I'm doing pretty well for myself right now. And I'm grateful for all the experiences, both positive and negative, that allowed me to develop the type of character in which I exude today. Because at the end of the day, it's a choice who you want to be. It's always a choice. And those who find themselves sooner tend to make better choices, right? So while you out here, take full advantage, be present in every moment. Observe so that you can absorb the wisdom and knowledge from these different experiences and continue to be great and continue to be the master of your own fate. Bull out.